Hi, I'm Paula.
And I'm Wanda, and we're from Alanda Craft.
And in this video we're going to show you how to duplicate your store-bought templates
And create shapes using your Brother ScanNCut.
Okay, there's two benefits to using stencils in your Brother ScanNCut. The first is that you can make a duplicate of the stencil. So you can see there, that is a duplicate done on cardstock. So the benefit of that is that I can now use this instead of this. I can keep this in pristine condition now and just use that when I'm using inks or paints or whatever I might be doing with that stencil. So that's one benefit. The other is that you can actually cut the shapes out from here. So if I run this through the ScanNCut, I can come out with all the shapes that went here. And I can use them, I could use that on a journal cover or anything in my scrapbooking, put it all together. So what I'm going to do now is show you how we do all this. So the first thing you're going to need obviously is a stencil, and some stencils work better than others at this. The ones with a coloured background seem to scan a lot easier. These ones with an opaque or white background have a little bit of a problem, but I'll just show you in a minute what you can do to get around that. So what we'll do is we'll just put one through the scanner. We'll start with the butterfly here. Now I'm using a scanning mat. You can see here, this is a scanning mat only for scanning. These are awesome. Definitely recommend you get one of these if you can. If you don't have one, you can use your standard mat. But just be aware that because you're working with this sort of plastic, it may not stick too well to your standard mat. That's why this is ideal. You'll see why in a minute. When I lift this up, you can see this can just sit into it. So it doesn't need to stick. This is not sticky at all. This just goes in there like that. You put the plastic back down on it and then you run it through the machine. So let's put it through. I'm going to just press home and I'm going to pop this in and just load the mat. Okay. Now what you want to do now is tap on scan, and the one we want here is scan to cut data. Select that, and then the green light is on. I'm going to press it, and what it's going to do now is just scan that through. Sometimes it can take a little while to recognise it. And there you go, you can see it's found the butterflies, but let's see how well it did. So what I'm going to do is select the top one here for the minute. There you go, so it's found all the butterflies there. See how it's outlined them in black? So what I'm going to do is go save. And that's going to save this when I get to the next screen. I can save it to a USB or I can save it straight into the Brother ScanNCut, so I'm going to do that. Okay, and that's the file name. Okay, so I'll just remember it's 33, go OK. Okay, so that's done. I can eject that now that it's scanned. And now I want to go and I want to actually cut this now. So what I'm going to do is go to home here. And it always comes up with this, OK, to delete all patterns. Doesn't mean you're deleting anything from the Brother ScanNCut itself, you're just deleting what you just did. But the actual pattern's stored now. So I go to pattern, and this is where my data is saved, where anything I've scanned is saved. And Brother ScanNCut, if I come down now, there it is there. So I select that, and there we go there. So what I'm going to do now is get my standard mat. Okay, and I'm going to put some cardstock on the top of the mat. Make sure it's firm on the mat. If you've got a really sticky mat, you probably don't need to press as hard, but okay, I'm going to pop that in. Load the mat. Okay, I'm going to go OK. and I'm happy with that, so I'll go OK. Now I'll just make sure the blade is set on 4 here, and also in my settings click on the little toolbar there, the tool, go down, and cut pressure. For cardstock, often I keep it around 0 or 1 generally, but I'll keep it on 0 this time. Okay, and we go cut. Okay, let's see how that went. Go OK, and eject the mat. There you go, so we've now got a stencil there. Put that against the black so you can see that a little better. So that's our stencil. And so now you can use that in whatever you want to do with it. And now we've got all the little pieces here which we can use in our scrapbooking. Look at that, it's awesome. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is show you what you can do with templates like these with a white or a grey or opaque sort of background. If I run that through the ScanNCut now, as it is, we'll see what happens. Okay, so you can see it's actually seen it, but let's see how well it does it outlining. I'm going to press the top one first, and you can see it's only found a little tiny little piece there. What I normally do if the top one doesn't work, I go to the next one here. You can see again, it's just not finding anything there. It's finding it very hard to find anything. So we'll just take that one out. So what I normally do then is I grab a bit of black paper or cardstock, and I'll pop it in underneath the template there. Okay. Pop it back in. Okay, scan to cut data. Okay, you can see it's a lot clearer already. I'm going to tap on the first one. See there, it's just finding the outline. So I normally go to the next one then. And there you go. You can see once it's outlined in black there, that has worked. So I just grab it and surround it. That. And then save. So that will save it to the Brother ScanNCut now. I'll do that, and there you go. So that's saved, so now I can use that so you can see how well the black, and just adding a black bit of paper makes a difference in how it sees the stencil there. So that's how you use stencils with your Brother ScanNCut. Thank you for watching.